Hello and welcome. What you are about to hear is an excerpt from an oral history interview collected by the Octavia Phelan Public Library as part of its Our Stories, Our Community project. The full interview this excerpt is taken from is available on CD at the Octavia Phelan Public Library main branch.
My name is Emerald Tanner. I am 25 years old. Today is February 14th, 2015. We are in good old Gallup, New Mexico, and I am with Lucy Harris, who is my grandmother.
My name is Lucy Harris. I am 80 years old. Today is February the 14th, 2015. We're in Gallup, New Mexico, and Emerald Tanner is my granddaughter.
Okay, so Lucy Harris has lived here her whole life. Do you want to talk a little bit about how you grew up and where you were born?
Okay, I was born here in Gallup, New Mexico, in my grandmother's house on the north side, across from the railroad tracks. And one of my favorite sounds is hearing the train, because we heard that a lot morning, noon, and night. And I have two brothers, and my grandparents lived here. All my aunts and uncles lived here. The north side was a community that everybody loved everybody. Everybody knew everybody. Nobody locked their doors. And we were all friendly to each other and helpful. And when we moved to our home in 607 East Foch, I was 4 years old. And that's where I grew up until I got married.
How old were you when you got married?
17.
And you have how many kids? I have
5 children. I have Cecilia, Sylvia, Cynthia, David, and Karen. I have 16 grandchildren, 18 great-grandchildren. Nice big family.
And all your kids grew up here in Gallup. How was it raising your kids in Gallup?
Oh my gosh, it was nice because, I mean, you could walk down the street at any hour of the day or night and you knew you were safe because somebody was always there that knew you, and you felt confident that there was no harm going to come to you. My kids all went to school here in Gallup, and then they graduated and went their separate places.
And 2 of your kids have businesses here, right?
Yes, they do. My son has the Supersmith business on Maloney, and where he manufactures Indian jewelry. My daughter has the business downtown on Cole Avenue, where her husband and her son and daughter and she run that business, and they have run that business forever. It's Indian art.
You talked about your favorite sound being the railroad.
Yes.
And being the train. Can you talk about the influence the railroad had on your life? Because I know it had a big one.
It did. My father worked for the railroad. My brother worked for the railroad. He still does. And I worked at the Harvey House, the El Navajo. In 1949, it was the summer of 1949.
The Octavia Phelan Public Library is committed to providing open and wide access to information. please visit one of our branches in Gallup, New Mexico. The music used in this podcast was Enigmatic by Ben Sound, available at www.bensound.com. Thank you for listening to this oral history. This is John Fortunato for the Octavia Film Public Library.